Hey there, YouTubers. What's going on? It's June 26th at about 4:47 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I'm just introducing the third video in my series from my trip to Northern England with my dad. This entire video takes place in one day, June 13th. I took a day trip, an overnight trip, by myself up to Edinburgh. So that's what this is, the first day of that little bit of the trip for me. Had some frustrations when I got there. So you'll see in the video I took a train up there. I got there. You won't see this in the video, but I wasn't able to check into my hotel until like 2 o'clock, technically 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And so I was forced to walk around with my giant backpack for quite a while. I walked myself all the way up the hill to see Edinburgh Castle, only to find that no large bags are allowed in the castle, and my bag was too big to be allowed in. So I wasn't able to tour the castle before checking into the hotel. So I walked all the way back down the hill, had a pint, and was fortunately able to check into my hotel about an hour early, thank goodness. And then at that point, I walked my way back up the hill, toured the castle for as long as I could stand it with all the tourists. I know this is a sweeping generalization, but certain tourists from certain parts of the world are just very rude. And just they get in the way. Like they just stand right in the middle of where normal people would want to go. It's just kind of rude. Anyway, you'll pick up some of that from the videos. There's a bit more narration in some of these videos because I realize it's boring if I don't like say things. So there's some video from the castle. Well, there's video from the train ride. There's video from the hotel. There's video from the castle. I visited Greyfriars Kirkyard, which is a famous graveyard in Edinburgh. Didn't really know anything about it at the time, I guess. It was recommended to me by a friend. And then just kind of walked around Edinburgh for the rest of the day. Had a couple of pints, things like that. So the video ends up the day with just video of me walking around Edinburgh and kind of checking things out. And there'll be another one from the next day, June 14th. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. Hey YouTubers, a quick note about hotels in Edinburgh. So I booked this trip to go to Edinburgh on like Monday, and I took the trip on Wednesday. So I mean, you know, I had limited options. One of the things I learned is that hotels in Edinburgh, at least hotels in the city center of Edinburgh, are like insanely expensive, apparently. At least when you want to book, you know, 48 hours out. In any case, I got on Trivago on like Monday, and I was just looking for a hotel for one night that I could, you know, crash in. But I wanted a hotel that was near Edinburgh Waverley Station, which is the train station there, sort of at the city center of Edinburgh. And then I wanted to stay in a hotel that was in walking distance of the train station, and then within walking distance of all the things that I had kind of gone there to see. I had no plans really to Uber anywhere or anything like that, and I'm certainly not going to rent a car. So the hotels I found, I mean, I found a ton. There were a ton of available rooms, but they were like 200, 250, 300 and 400 pounds a night. There was one for 620 pounds a night as well, which, you know, that's just insane. But I did locate two rooms, one for like 90 pounds a night, which was like super janky, and I was like, I'm not even going to explore that. I mean, that's not a hotel. It looked like more like a hostel, and I'm too old and fat to stay in a hostel. So I found a travel lodge in central Edinburgh for 120 some pounds a night. For like 120 pounds a night, I got like a room and then like a 5-pound breakfast box, and that's it, man. So anyway, so just in this upcoming segment, you're going to see me locating my hotel and checking it out. And it's not much, man. It's like, it's a bed, it's a bathroom, and the bathroom's en suite. But, I mean, that's it. It's like, you get like a bed, a clean room, and a bed. And then, like, my box breakfast included, you know, like a orange juice box, a milk box, a muffin full of chemicals, and then, like, a carton of cornflakes. That was my breakfast for 5 pounds, but whatever. I mean, I just, you know, I needed a place to lay my head for one night. It was no big deal. But anyway, so that was the saga of the hotel. So the Travel Lodge on Rose Street. There's several travel lodges in Edinburgh. I can't remember the exact name of this one, but it's like literally like the Central Edinburgh Travel Lodge on Rose Street. So anyway, there you go. All right. Enjoy. Sorry to interrupt. Hello there, YouTubers. Today is Wednesday, June 13th, at approximately 2:20 p.m. British Summer Time. I just recently checked into my room for the night at the Travel Lodge on Central Rose Street here in Edinburgh. The room was £119 a night, plus a few fees, $127 total. And as you can see, for that price, you don't get a whole lot. This is it. No fridge. There is a little coffee service. No comfy chairs, just some plastic chairs. I guess that's okay. There is a toilet, thank goodness, and a shower. How about that for a supply of Kleenex? There you go. That's all you get here at the Travel Lodge in Edinburgh. Anyway, whatever. It's perfectly adequate for my needs. I got here about noon in Edinburgh. Check-in wasn't supposed to be until 3. They let me finally check in early. They wouldn't let me into the castle with my backpack. My backpack was too big. So I actually have to head back out and do all the things that I was hoping to do while I was here. My backpack, too big, apparently. Anyway, okay there, YouTubers. I'll check in with you later. The Scottish National Gallery here. It's the Scott Memorial. That's the big tall Victorian structure there. This big hill to go see the castle. This time I don't have my bag, so they should let me in. I hope. That's not the castle, that's the University of Edinburgh, I believe. St. John's College. Setting up for the big show. The place is a madhouse. Here we are walking down to the lower defenses rather, of Edinburgh Castle. It's basically the quietest spot in the entire castle. and all the tourists. Go over here. Edinburgh Castle after my tour, such as it was. They are erecting the stands for the military tattoo, which will take place right here. Apparently it's quite the to-do. Get it? Anyway, I'd love to be here to see it. Hello YouTubers, here we are in Greyfriars Kirkyard, or Kirkyard, I don't know. I am only here based on the recommendation of Amy. I've never even thought to come here, didn't even know about it. But basically, it's a super old graveyard with a lot of graves that date back to the 1600s, 1700s, 1800s. It's rather peaceful, actually. Jesus. Here come more French people. Run. Run. The French are annoying. So are their children.